Feminism has come in several waves. It's not one single thing called feminism, right? We're talking about Women's Day, invariably it gets linked to feminism. But which phase of feminism? It's come in, like I said, several waves. The latest one that we are talking about is actually deeply tied to what is called the critical social justice theory. Critical social justice is just a catchword for wokeism. So woke ideology it is, and it's pushed by the well-educated white people, and this sort of combines with market forces to create something like a woke capitalism. And so it's like a critical social justice industry which is manufactured, created in academia. And it is also something about how mindsets are changed in society, particularly the Western society, due to the victimhood culture. And along with that, there's another interesting thing that's happening today, which is the democratization of what I would call as intellectual capital through social media. So there's a lot of explosion of white noise. There are terms, there are catchphrases that everyone sort of picks up, takes it, and starts moral posturing and canceling, one or the other. So you have, if we typically look at what's happening, the problem really is in terms of not giving due credit to how human behavior, be it men or women, is and individual and group behavior actually is shaped by psychology. So one needs to understand the role of psychology that plays out in individual and group behavior and gender behavior across the cultures, be it the West, be it even in India, where it's fast catching up, in fact, already has. So what happens is, at one end of the spectrum is what you have as people who are considered as privileged by the wokes. So if you say anything against the privileged, then you score brownie points. But if you go against what is acceptable and considered as not the right the moray of academic language, then you're cancelled. So essentially what is happening is the gender roles, attaching of labels, and all this comes from academic upholders, and they have constructed, like I said, what is acceptable and unacceptable. So along with the whole explosion that's happening of the Me Too, as you called it, or the woke ideology, you also have other constructs, other paradigms rather than constructs, paradigms that are trying to kind of have a competition with feminism. So you have race, you have multicultural, and you have the trans movement. So it's not feminism alone that we are talking about right now, but how it intersects with these constructs. And it essentially is a reflection, what you're seeing in society today is a reflection of how different academic departments in humanities can show off their intellectual prowess to others in academia. So that's what has happened, really.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.